What's going on, everyone? So the Denver Nuggets drafted this guy named Hyland, better known as Bones Hyland, and he was fantastic right out the gate. Right? Just so much fun as a player, a guy that just really reminded you of like a Jay crossover, right? Like guy that just give you these fancy highlight plays, go light it up and get you buckets out of left field, out of nowhere, right? Guy that could score with the best. More in like that sixth man role. Like I said, Jamal Crawford, Lou Williams type is kind of more what you'd be looking for him to be rather than like your starting two guard or anything. But he's a guy that I really thought made a lot of sense on the Denver Nuggets. And then they ended up trading him to the Los Angeles Clippers. And it was like, man, what a great pickup for the Clippers. And then it's just like, the more he's been on the Clippers, the less and less his role has become a thing, the less and less his minutes have been a thing. And then ultimately they ended up trading him to the Atlanta Hawks, part of acquiring Bogdan Bogdanovic, was who the Clippers ended up picking up. But the Atlanta Hawks now are officially waiving Bones Hyland. So I don't hate the idea of the Lakers bringing him in. Like, you don't need another shot creator. You don't need another, like, bucket getter. I mean, you have enough shot creation and offensive generation between Austin Reeves, LeBron James, and Luka, right? Now, I know a lot of people really want Lonnie Walker, and I've said, you don't need Lonnie Walker, right? Lonnie Walker, you don't need another shot creator. You don't need another guy that can't play defense. You don't need another, like, just on-ball bucket getter, a guy that's best with the ball in his hands getting buckets. And I still feel that same way about Bones Hyland, right? Genuinely. I think, Lonnie Walker, you can even make an argument for over Bones Hyland just because of his size and his length. I just like Bones Hyland more. He's more efficient when he's more, both guys can be inconsistent, but to me, Bones Hyland is more efficient. He's also younger, right? He's shorter and doesn't have the wingspan. Like, Lonnie Walker has, he's 6'5" with like a 6'10" wingspan or something like that, right? Bones Hyland's like 6'2", 6'3", and he doesn't have that insane wingspan. But he's also a better defender, not by much. Neither guy's really a good defender. Bones Hyland tries more at times on the defensive side. He just moves better laterally at times. As far as offense goes, Bones Hyland to me is just a much more efficient scorer. Much more, he's just a better all-around scorer, in my opinion. Like, Lonnie Walker can light it up. And when he's on, don't get me wrong, he can be pretty incredible. Right? But, like, if you even just, like, match up stats and stuff, Lonnie Walker is a career 35.6% three-point shooter. Right? You look at Bones Hyland, he's a career 36.5% career three-point shooter. But you look at the attempts, right? He's averaging 5 attempts, where Lonnie Walker for his career is averaging 3.9 attempts. Let's call it 4 attempts, right? All of those factors matter. But also, you look at minutes per game, right? Bones Hyland is a career 17.3 minutes per game, where Lonnie Walker is a career 20.3 minutes per game. So again, he's giving you the same production on fewer attempts more attempts and on fewer minutes, right? So again, like, you see guys all the time, like when they go, they'll have, like 7 threes and then they're 20%. But if they shoot like 3 threes, they're like 40%, right? See that all the time with guys. But again, I like Bones Hyland's handle better. If you keep going down the list, neither guy is really like that playmaker. They're all kind of the natural scorer. Lonnie Walker has fewer assists, though. Bones is a career 2.7 assist game guy, where Lonnie Walker is a career 1.5 game guy. Steals, Lonnie Walker for his career is 0.5%, and then blocks is 0.3. Bones is 0.7, and blocks is 0.2. It's all marginal, right? And you might think like they're essentially the same player. It's all very marginal, and it is. But that margin is huge when you're talking about your 9th, 10th guy. And also, again, he's younger. To be honest, like I mentioned, I even mentioned this earlier, but to be honest, I don't think the Lakers should get either. I don't think that these are the kind of guys that the Lakers need. but I wouldn't hate it, right? Or if you could get him on like a two-way or something, right, just to keep him, and then, because what happens next is, what happens if the Lakers end up packaging some of the guys that they have? Because they have more than enough offense. Their last thing they need is offense, right? Especially a shot creation, on-ball type of offensive guy. I think that, again, they need to go either get that point of attack guard. Like if Bones Hyland was even slightly better defensively, I'd probably be more inclined to go get him. Because he's got good size, good weight. Good weight. He's fun to watch handle-wise. He's a guy that he can go get you, 15, 20 off the bench on any given random night. Right? He's a guy that, like, on any random night can really do some things out there with the basketball. But, again, it's just, the Lakers don't really need it. Right? The Lakers don't really, it's not something that I think the Lakers should be rushing for. If it happens, cool. I'm pumped. Right? Like, that's cool. Like, let's talk about it. But I think Lakers should be looking, I would rather a Chris Dort than a Bones Hyland. Right? Whether you think Bones is better or not, right? Chris Dort's just the better defensive player, better, like, two-way guy. But I do think somebody should pick up Bones Hyland. Bones Hyland really does remind me a lot of, like, Jay Crossover, right? Jamal Crawford, right? Obviously, Jamal Crawford's handles are insanely next level. But just that guy that come off the bench and just give you buckets, right? Make some plays, be a highlight guy, cross some dude up, right? Like, he's the kind of guy that can be a momentum shifter. Right? And I do think there are some teams that could really use a guy like that. Right? Some teams that could use just that vacuum scorer off the bench. And I just think that Bones Hyland is a guy that could do that. I mean, Lakers bench is terrible this year, so you could argue that. But I think a lot's going to change. You're going to end up having guys like Rui and maybe even Austin Reeves come off the bench at some point, which I think will fix a lot of our bench woes. But, again, you can make an argument for or against. I just don't think it's necessary. I think that the last thing they need is a shot creator and, another on-ball guy, right? Because that's what Bones is best at. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, and I pass a question to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Do you like the idea of Bones Hyland? Do you think, no, stay away from Bones Hyland? He's not the answer. Would you rather get a Lonnie Walker? Again, personally, I don't think the Lakers should get either. But Bones would be a lot of fun. Right? I only want the Lakers to stay away from him because, again, like I said, last thing the Lakers need. But he's fun. He really is. He's such a fun watch. But, again, let me know down in the comments. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me not. So we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one.